will just wait for everyone to hop on. And I will check the YouTube settings as well. And I'm good on the YouTube, and we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and then we'll wait for you to hop on before we continue doing our live today. So when you're here, say a hello. And let us know where you're watching from. I can see Catherine. Good morning, Catherine. Hey, Sharon. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Sorry, I usually come live on Fridays, and I have a habit of doing Happy Friday, but today's Thursday. So before we hop onto this live, it is a very, very exciting day. We have a new release, and this is very special to me because my home state is Texas, and this is all about Wild West, and we'll be working on with that release today. So I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on YouTube for Redesign with Prima. I had a sore throat last night and fever, so my voice is a little scrubby, but I'll try to roll on and try to be as detailed as possible. So I want to apologize in the beginning of the live if I'm not talking too much or if you can't hear me. Okay, so hey Donna, good morning. Hello from New Brunswick, Canada. So Sharon is here. She's going to moderate my live. If you have any questions during the live, please feel welcome to ask. As we roll on, I will go back after the live. You can put in a hashtag replay and I will be able to answer all the questions. Okay, so I'm dressed up like a cowgirl because it's a Wild West. I am in Texas, United States, and I'm so excited to bring this new release to you. So I've created one piece using the Texas flag, and today we'll be working on another piece, a new piece with a new release, which is called the Cowboy Cavalry. It's a A1 decoupage fiber paper, and I want to show on the YouTube as well. It is A1 decoupage fiber paper, and it is called the Cowboy Cavalry. So YouTube is flipped the other side just in case you can see. I will try to come and check if the video is playing well or not. So this is the fiber paper, and it is pretty thick. So there are different kind of decoupage paper. But this is an A1 fiber paper. It is one of the thickest fiber paper that Redesign carries. It is really thick. You can see the texture. It is thick. It is thicker than the drying sheet. And this is the gorgeous Cowboy Cavalry. So there are beautiful colors. What attracted me to you pick up this one is the yellow on the top, and it's my favorite color. So I picked this up. I will be blending in the piece with this decoupage paper, but for today, what are we going to do? We are going to iron out all these wrinkles you see, because it comes in a packet like this. It is folded, so we need to take all these creases off before we go and put it on the piece. The piece is this is painted in a black color. Now, it's not completely, a black color. You can see the wood peeking through. I've just done one coat of black. It's fusion cast iron. I've done one coat of it. Why? Because it will help me put the decoupage fiber paper easily onto the painted surface rather than the raw wood. So I will be blending it later, but today is what we are going to do is we are going to apply this decoupage paper. Okay, so if you have any questions, please drop in the comments. The links are in the comments in the post that you can order from. And the other thing is let us know where you're watching from, where you're tuning in from. I told you I am based in Dallas, Texas. And I would love to hear from you where you're watching us from. Love it. Sharon, yes, it's a gorgeous paper. I love it. It is far away, you can reposition it in high quality. A1, yes, love A1, it's good. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Hey Britt, hey Nelly, hey Maya, good morning. So I'm just putting it on the hanger here, and I'm going to hang it here. Why? Because we are going to iron this, okay? I hope it stays there. What I'm going to do is we are going to iron out the creases, and for that I am going to be using my steamer. You can message me or post in a comment if you want the link of this steamer, and I will share it with you. Okay, so we are going to remove the creases. Just going to turn it on, and put it on the steam setting. So it's very simple to remove the creases from your decoupage fiber paper using the steamer. But it's not necessary that every one of us has a steamer. I didn't have it for a very long time. So I use the flat iron. Make sure you put it on the setting, which is silk. If you put it on cotton, wool, linen, it's gonna heat up so fast, and your decoupage fiber paper is gonna stick onto the flat iron. So you have to use the setting as silk, which will be a little warm, and it will help taking out the crease from the decoupage paper. So that's my decoupage paper, and let's steam it. Okay, we have the steam here. I'm going to pull this out because I want to bring it closer so that you can see. So just holding it at a distance. I don't like ironing my clothes as much as I liked ironing the decoupage paper because it's faster, it's easier, it's just flat, rectangle shape. So turn it on the back. Okay, I'm just trying to see I got it all off. Okay, I think you're good. I removed it all. Here, and there you go. We don't have any creases, any lines, and we are good to use this decoupage paper and put it on our dresser. Okay, ready? I'm gonna take this out of your way so that we can begin to put the decoupage paper. So the things that I will be using to put the decoupage paper today is we will be using the decoupage gel. I always use a matte decoupage gel. I don't like a gloss because I don't like my decoupage paper to shine. So this is what we are going to use today. Again, it's a thick gel. I would say thicker than a Mod Podge. I mean, I can turn this and show you. It is pretty thick. You can see. It's white in color. It dries transparent, so you can see a foam brush. Gloves is very important. You wear gloves when you put your decoupage paper, otherwise the glue will be all over your hands, and it just doesn't come out really immediately. It takes time. So I always make sure that I always wear gloves. And the most important thing that we need for this is this. This is a crafts knife. So once we put the decoupage paper on this piece, we need to cut it out here at every drawer. So there are 4 drawers in this dresser. So we will need to slit it out at 3 parts. So I will be using this crafts knife. It's available online. And I think it's discounted right now, Sharon can tell. So you can order that. I am going to move you a little closer so that you can see it better. And for YouTube as well, I'm gonna pull you down and then move you a little forward so that you can see it clearly. I hope it's visible. Better? And this is better too. Yeah, I think now it's good, and we will begin to roll. Oh gosh, why did this turn off? Okay, good to go. I'm just setting up my phone here for, okay. So I'm just going to take the decoupage gel. I'll start from the top because it is easy. And I'm going to apply the gel, but let me place it once to be sure how I want to go about placing this from where to where. So that's the top of my drawer. And maybe I can go this way, a little on top and a little outside. Okay, I'll put it in the center. So I got the position of this paper. So there are many more papers, transfers that are released in the April release. You can check it on the website. You can find your closest retailer and you can order from them. the transfers, their decoupage paper. It's going very slow. I think I'll just go with the brush. Where's my brush? Oh, where's the brush? I kept it. I'll use a brush rather than this foam thingy because it's just taking more time. I'll take this brush. It will be much easier to apply the decoupage gel, and it's a dollar store brush, so I don't have to wash it and keep it, but it will make applying the gel easier. So I was saying there are more products, not just the Wild West, but we have tons of products in the new release. You can check that out on the website. For the Wild West, we have a few transfers, we have molds, we have decoupage paper. I think that's about it. Isn't it, Cher? Is there anything else you would want to add? I remember we have these. So I always like to sit on the floor and work on my pieces to make myself comfortable. This is what I'm gonna do. And I'm not able to look up at the comments now because I am working, but Sharon's there to answer any questions that you may have. So please feel welcome to ask us as we go. So I'm going to stop here and start putting the paper. I'm going to remove the hanger. Okay, and this is the front. Yeah, this is the front. So I picked this piece because it was fitting in perfectly for the decoupage paper. I waited long. I was looking at Facebook Marketplace to find something that is the size of this decoupage paper, and I found this one which was pretty close. And so I ordered it. I bought this. I see this is going a little slant. I don't know why it's going a little slant, so I'm going to push this up. But I can hide it with the, paint. That's not a problem, but still, and with the decoupage gel, you can move the paper. It's very forgiving. So that's why it's the best gel to use when you are doing the decoupage. I think I got it. I'm going to go on the other two drawers. I hope it is visible. It is. So you apply a thin coat of the gel, and it goes a long way. You don't have to apply it again. But what I will do is once the paper dries, I seal it with the top coat. So once I paint this, the piece and blend the decoupage paper into the paint, I will seal this with a matte top coat from Fusion. And I will seal the paper as well. So make sure you seal your decoupage paper, your transfers, everything. You don't leave it unexposed. So usually I use a plastic wrap, but today I'm just using my hands and gloves. Look, it's just going fine. So it is a little slant. I don't know why, but I am trying to go on the sides of this and trying to keep the same distance. Because I'll be blending this paper in the paint, you really can't tell. So I'm not worried about that. I'm telling you just in case, if you can see the same thing and you're wondering that it's going a little slant. The horse is standing straight, I assume. Did you see that? Okay, so we have the paper up, and I will wait for a few seconds before I go and trim it. Usually when the paper is wet and you use your, I think the knife should be fine, but when you use a sanding block or a sanding paper, what happens is because it's a thick paper and when it comes in contact with the gel, it kind of becomes mushy, and when you use a sanding paper, you can see it start getting torn in a different way. So that might be something that you need to watch. if you're using a sanding block. So I'm just going to cut along the line. So what I'm going to do is, because there is a lot of distance in between the drawers, I can't cut two trims. What I'm going to do is I'm going on the tip of this dresser, because I can fold the extra decoupage paper under the top drawer. So I will just go here. See, the decoupage paper is wet, so my crafts knife is not going as smoothly as it should. But once it dries, it's crisp, and the crafts knife goes on like so fast, like really amazingly. So I'm gonna bring you closer. Okay, and you can see what actually I am doing. It is better to watch this. I think now you can see it better, right? So I'm taking my crafts knife and going on the tip of the second drawer, because the extra one I can fold it under the top drawer. So you see the extra hanging, I'll show you. I'm going to put the decoupage gel and turn it in, so you won't be able to see the extra. But you can still see the cowboy. Visible to you and YouTube? Yes. Okay. I got this. I can pull this out, this drawer. You see? I can put the decoupage gel, and you see this extra. I'm just gonna fold this in. So I'm going to take my brush with a little bit of gel, and I'm gonna go on the base with the gel here. And I'm gonna fold it inside. And for that, I am going to use this bubble wrap, because it really helps, and it's so easy to work with your decoupage paper. So I just take a small bubble wrap, and it's so easy and faster. That's it. So here are some loose ends. I'm gonna go take the decoupage gel and secure this nicely. Very important. If you don't secure your decoupage paper before you seal it or paint it, it will still be in the same state as it was before. So make sure all your decoupage paper is nicely glued before you start painting. Okay, so we have the first drawer in place. I'm going to put some more here. It's carving here in this corner. And this bubble wrap really helps a lot. It doesn't damage the tissue paper, but it does the job well. Can you see that? So we have the first drawer in. We will go with the second drawer. So we have, because the gel is wet, you can see the decoupage paper tearing in, and you can see some fiber on the crafts knife, but this won't happen if the decoupage paper is dry, and it is then when you trim it. It dries very crisp, very solid. I was so excited to work with this paper, I can't tell you. I just loved it when I saw it, that I have to have it. And I will be blending it in yellows and blacks, this decoupage paper. So I'm sure it's gonna be pretty. So I'm gonna again do the same thing now on the top as well. You can see the fibers flying in here. For this, I will have to sand it once it dries. I'm not gonna touch it, because if I sand it now, it's gonna ruin the decoupage paper. So no rush. But I've told you I will be sanding the top, but for the bottom, I'm just going to roll this underneath the door. And if you the way that I'm doing is I'm moving it to the side because I don't want any wrinkles on this paper. So a little towards the side, otherwise you will see some wrinkles if you go it like this way, just straight at 90 degrees. So I need some gel here. Oh my gosh, is there any question? There are a few options: still wet and more decoupage gel and press down with the brayer. Yeah, you can use a brayer if you are comfortable with it. But in my experience, a brayer would work really good if it's a flat surface. It works like a charm. Okay, I am going to do the last one here. And then we are going to see how it goes. I would just say that when you are using a sanding block or a sanding sheet on the fiber paper, wait for the fiber paper and the gel to dry, like for at least 2 hours before you use the sanding block. Otherwise, you will pull out more fiber from the decoupage paper, and you know, redoing the whole thing is very cumbersome. It's a lot of work. I've done it. I have experienced this, and that's why I'm sharing, so that you don't do the same mistake. So let it dry if you're planning to use a sanding block. I think for this, if you, instead of brayer, for the other thing is the for the stencils we have spread pals. Spread pals are very flexible. They are so flexible and they will do this work so wonderfully. Brayer is, yeah, brayer is for stamps. There is scraper. Scraper is also good. So many tools to, you know, you can use to work. So this, you see these fibers, like, because you know the gel is wet, so you will see the fibers. You can just remove the extra, and because I will be painting on the top of the drawer, I will be painting it in the color, so you won't be able to see it. So I will lightly sand it before I start to paint, so you can't really tell anything. Nobody can tell nothing. So it will be neat and nice. So we have this up. Now I will take the gel again, and I'm going to, let me see if the whole piece is visible on YouTube or not. Now it is. Now it is. Before it wasn't, right? Okay, so I'm going to take the gel, and I am going to again do the same thing. You see, this is, you have to go back and check every single corner of the decoupage paper. You paint it over this and it's gone. It will still be hanging out, and you can see that there is a demarcation. There is the decoupage paper. So you want it to be flawless. You need to go back and secure every single corner of the decoupage paper. Okay, it's all good. So just removing the extra fiber, and done. I will be sanding it with a finest grit. I will be using a 500 grit on this because I don't want it to damage. And in my experience, if you use another grit, a more coarse grit is gonna ruin your decoupage paper. Okay, I think we are good here. So I'm gonna move you back, and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. Okay, so here we have the whole piece. I'm just moving YouTube, and now I'm going to move Facebook, and now you can see. Can you see? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think of this piece? So here we are, we have completed the decoupage. Now it's gonna not stay like this, but I will be blending in yellows here, beige here, a little bit of browns there, black and beige. And this whole thing, the black you see is just a base color, but I will be blending in the colors, and I will be pulling out the paint and the colors from the decoupage paper, so it will look an extension. So the front will be exactly the same as the corners of the decoupage paper. The rest, I still don't know what I'm gonna paint, but probably I'll just stick with the solid black, just like the horse and the cowboy, and that's what it is gonna be like. And then I'll put some hardware, and I will share the final reveal with you probably tomorrow or next week. He's so handsome, love it on the color. Yes, love this. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Nikki. I think it's perfect as is. Yeah, but you know what? Because that's what I'm saying. The decoupage paper, it is not straight on this dresser, so I can't leave it. I have to blend in the paper, because you can't let the paper see on the dresser. So I will be blending in the colors similar to this on the front, so it will look like the whole of the front is like a canvas, is painted, and it's not like a decoupage paper or something else. So this is what I have to share with you today. Wild West theme and the decoupage paper, the newest release from Redesign with Prima. You can hop online, you can find your closest retailer, and you can order from there. If you have any question, if you're watching this on the replay, please put hashtag replay, and I'll be happy to answer. You can follow me at Click to Restore on Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, and I will be sharing this project and how I painted it. This is what I cut with my tool, with my machine. It was not like this, it was a different shape. So I cut this down, I sanded, I painted, and I put the decoupage, again I'll paint it. So you can see the whole process on YouTube and on snippets on Instagram. Where is this paper from? This paper is from Redesign with Prima. It's available on the website with the retailers. You can go and order from there. Sharon is sharing the links, and you can go and check it out there. So we use today the Cowboy Cavalry decoupage fiber paper, A1 fiber paper. You have to remember it's A1 fiber paper. We use the decoupage gel in matte, and we use a craft smile. And this is what the three products you would need when you're doing decoupage. So I'm going to pick it up and show you once more. So this is the decoupage paper. It's A1 fiber paper decoupage. We use the decoupage gel in matte, and we use a craft knife to trim the extra paper. So this is what I had to share on my side as a brand ambassador for Redesign with Prima. There are tons of lives on the page. You can go and check them out and see what all new release Redesign has come up with. It's just so amazing. You need to go and grab it, okay? So take care, everyone. I will be seeing you next Friday with another new release. And I will be using the Decor Transfer in the copper. And I will be designing an entryway table. So make sure you go and hit going in the event section where I put in my live event. And I'll see you next Friday. Till then, take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye. Bye, YouTube.